not a super big thing here, although it does happen, and when it happens a lot, it kind of gets a little annoying with randoms and stuff. But I mean, if it happens with your teammates, then it's whatever, as long as you make the best of the situation. But right here, this little bit of hesitation you had, it comes with every rank, and the higher ranks you go up, the less you see people hesitate like this. As soon as you realize like you don't have that ball, you just kind of cut back, start rotating, because your teammate should be ready for it if you just drive on by and start rotating. Oh crap. Yeah, your teammate should be ready. Alright, and the next thing I want to say is, after this hesitation, you didn't do it so slow to the point where you're going to get behind me, but you didn't do it quick enough necessarily to get the middle goal without having to make me stop momentum, kinda. So if you would have, let's see, go back just a little bit more. Right here, if you wouldn't have hesitated and went straight back to the middle of the goal, even though most time I don't recommend the half rotate, because that's what I would call as a half rotate. Because a lot of people, they don't go all the way back post, and in this situation I don't think you necessarily need to go all the way back post, because you have your teammate ready to stop this man from stop him. So you just cut me off, kind of. I mean, this is a situation where I'm completely fine with you cutting me off, because if you watch my perspective, it's almost as if it's your turn to go, because I'm rotating wide. For all you know, I could be going for that boost. If I knew that you would have went, I would have just got the big boost. But instead you went in the goal, and it kind of made this temporarily pause. So if you do this, just keep momentum. E-brake, turn left, and then go. But since you committed to the goal, that kind of like gave me permission to go. So that's why I went. Should have potentially put that on net, but it's whatever. Alright, something right here. You see me, I just touched the ball, landed, I'm rotating, getting their back boost back there. You see please rush me, miss. So you try and make up for it and get this touch before they do. You 50 it. That's all fine dandy. Right here. Right here. This is what I don't like. What you should do here is go behind please rush me. Start making your way towards the middle of the field, because I think I said this in the previous video, but this is what you want to do. You got two options. Okay, I'm turned around. Where's everybody? Alright. We're orange. What you want to do is either go over here to back post, or go back a little bit. See, when you went right here, when you turn back into the play, you don't want to rotate into the play. It just makes things more confusing. It puts you in a bad position to save goals. It really does nothing for us. Unless, I mean, if you want to clear it across net, which is also what you don't want to do. You don't want to clear it across the net unless you can get that like roll over the top of the net. But even then, you're better off just about 90% of the time hitting it, just making the rotate and then hitting it back this way. But like I said, going back to what I was going to say, are the two options: either go back net or back post, or kind of like start to go back post and then like go back here. And when you realize that I'm clearing it, you can kind of turn left and watch from over here and see what happens. And then you ease up. This way you're in position. or something maybe. Like if I do, you know, that's just things you got to do in the higher ups. If I would have made a better touch and it would have went over here, but there would have been someone in the goal, you would have been here to bang, you know, put it in this corner over here. Just kind of thinking for higher rank stuff. That's what you have to do to score, just about. Because see, when you do this, you kind of like cut whoever's in back post. You kind of cut their turn off, or either you double commit. So, and neither one of those you want, because that kind of like halts momentum. Because see, you cut me off, or you cut please rush me off. And so you kind of have to like, you have to read that as a teammate. You have to read your teammate. And when that happens, when someone cuts you off, there's a few different things you can do. You can put on the brakes, or you can just make a hard turn like Please Rush Me does and create that distance, which is good. That's what you want to do. Because a lot of times when you create that distance and you go into an open part of the field when you don't have the ball will come to you. Because either they're going to hit it into the open side of the field, or they're going to hit it to somebody and give away their possession. So if you go to an open part of the field, you can actually gain possession. It sounds, it's like reverse psychology. You chase the ball and you probably won't get the ball as much. In ways. Get good touches anyway. Because if the ball comes to you and it's not contested, there's one thing is like contesting a 50 typically don't end in a good possession. If the ball comes to your side of the field and no one's contesting you for the ball, you can make pretty good possession off of it. You can make an air dribble, you know, pop it up in the air and make an air dribble and work something off that, or just bang it on net, you know, just something on that. Make a dribble play, anything. But yeah, just try not to cut your teammates off. Same thing kind of applies here to you, Please Rush Me. You're rotating towards the ball, almost as if, honestly, if there were no colors here, I would think you're on offense right now. When you realize you didn't get, you know, when you realize you're beat, you could either do two things here. You could start rotating ahead of the play and turn around. You could turn around and like watching ball cam. So imagine the car is actually facing this way, the camera's facing this way, as if it normally, you know, you're driving. You put this in like 25 speed, and then you're just kind of moving this way, and then you realize, oh, they didn't get a good clear, come back in. When you start coming back in, you should probably get you back here in time. But if you don't want to play it that way, if you don't want to play it that way, you just go back post. And then you're here, and then you actually serve your sentence as third man. Because a lot of times what you see in threes is no one plays third man. And because people think it's playing passive. When you lose your turn, what happens a lot of times is I'll be at the bottom of the scoreboard simply because I have to play third man a lot, because it's either I let you cut me off and you go for it, or I go for it and you go for it both, and we double commit, and if we double commit and no one's at goal, we're going to get scored on. So I try to be the lesser of two evils and just let people go and stay third man, and that's why I don't get a lot of score. And that's why sometimes like it's just difficult to get score on the board and actually, you know, score a goal from third man, because you just have to get a really nice clear and then make a possession, like a solo play essentially sometimes. Also, watch this fantastic save. Let me put it in slow motion for you. It was super clutch of me. It's like I almost backflipped, but see, it's like boom, you blink and then do a save, and then somehow we were at kickoff again. Weird, huh? Now back to what I was saying about, well, back to this play anyway. Even though I should have saved that ball, or I could have saved the ball. I won't say should have. I probably could have if I would have done what I wanted to. It was a good save by him. You notice it's a lot of repeating, but instead of going up the wall here, just go back post. I don't, you know, it sounds like a broken record, but it really is what wins games. Instead of going up here, you're going over here, and you're over here. You grabbed a few pads on the way, and you're back post. And even though I miss here, you potentially could save this. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, this was definitely savable. This was definitely savable on my part. I felt like I was playing too stationary, and then I should have went. And I started to go right here, and I was like, oh shit, no, he's going now. He's gonna knock it right over my head. And I'm like, oh shit, back up. And then I went to do the double jump and fucking backflipped. The only way I could have saved it though is if I would have done the fast aerial, because that's the only way I can get that high up in order to save this at that position. I had already started creeping up. When I started creeping up, that's when I fucked up. Now this may be just me, because this kind of works out for you, but I don't like the way it looks. But this right here, hold on, I'm just gonna play it in full speed real quick, because it just looks awkward. Like, you don't ever want to be facing the ball like against the wall. Like, the best you can do is slap it against the wall and it go back center, and then it's like a 50-50 if your teammate is going to read what you just done in time and clear it real good, or if the enemy is going to read what you done and it's going to be a centered ball for them just to smack in. So you really don't ever want to put yourself in the situation where you're facing the ball against the wall. Just don't do it. And again, you're cutting your teammate off here. I think you realize this at this point, so you kind of like halt, but at the same time you cut rotation. So where you were, I should have been, kind of. Watch. See, I see both of you in front of me again, and I'm like, okay, well, I just gotta play third minute again. Just chill back here. If not, I would have followed up on his touch with momentum going, rather than just kind of like looking up in the sky and wondering if someone's about to hit it, because, like, you know, with the ball cam up and the ball is above your head, you can't necessarily tell if someone's about to smack it, about to aerial the ball or not. Luckily, it does kind of work out in our favor, and, you know, it actually goes up the field. But realistically, I think this is how it should have went. If I can get it to work. As soon as that person hit that ball, like, or even as soon as you land right here. As soon as you make this save, and you land, and you see someone else making a touch, you just rotate. It's as simple as that. You rotate back, and then now you're back here. Because a lot of times, see how close we are. We're in the same portion of, like, all three of us. We're in the same portion of the field, and that's just not good. That's not covering enough field. There's all this field that we can be in, and we're all three in this corner. Just not good. This was a cringe fest right here. I didn't mean to, you'll see what I mean here in a sec. I mean to catch this ball. And still, you know, working on my ground game. So I miss catching the ball, like popping it to the side a little bit and starting a dribble. I'm like, oh shit, well, now if I hit it, it's gonna fucking own goal. So I pretend like I'm gonna hit it and cut off. Now, I try not to, you know, bang home on mechanics and whiffs, but a whiff happens here. But it's okay, as long as it didn't go in. But I can probably understand why it looked like I was about to hit it. It would not have been good if I hit it. But I think you rushed it a little bit. You could have been a little bit slower. But I understand you want to keep the pace. But ball's no longer really in a threatening position. And the only touch that guy can make is like into you. So you might as well just, you know, slow down a little bit and create that angle. Again, we're all really close together here. Which is a good thing you notice that and create that distance. I think that was a double commit. Let's see. It began to be, at least. It began to be, yeah. I don't know, the whole thing was kind of awkward. I think I realize why it's awkward now. When you realized, talking to nutrition, right here, when you realized you missed, but then I hit it, and we had some momentum going forward, you could have grabbed that one pad right there and turned right, like this pad right here. You could have grabbed this pad and turned back to the right and watched the play unfold to see if you can like keep creeping up and potentially do something. At that point, you know, they hit it, you just turn around and go back third man. And then you potentially be here to follow this up and take it across. Right here. For starters, you need to realize both your teammates are in front of you and that you're last man back at this point. But it looks like we're both rotating, so you should be good to challenge at this point. Did I touch the ball? Probably should have waited for this bounce instead of trying to hit it while it was in the air. Hit it right off that bounce right there. So instead of pre-jumping kind of right here, instead of pre-jumping, wait for this ball to bounce off this wall, and then this wall, this floor right here. As it bounces, smack, and then you smack it against this. It goes over here, and potentially, if someone's in position, Garrett, why aren't you in position? Making me look bad over here. They'd be in position to hit it in right here. A good rule of thumb is if both your teammates are in front of you, you probably don't want to push up to the ball. Especially in this situation where like all the cars are next to the ball, like in the same square. Like look at this. All these cars are in this square. So probably not a good idea to push up. Because it's probably going to end badly. You probably just want to chill and watch for a bit. I know you want to keep the tempo, but probably just want to sit back and watch for a bit. Just to be safe. And you got your boost. Because the last thing you want to do is get scored on within the last few seconds of of the game and lose the game, which is what happens. But I will say something awkward happened here. Let's see, watch it from my perspective first, I guess. Nutrition's starting to hit the ball. They clear it back. Nutrition hits it again. Nutrition hits it again. Now let's watch Nutrition's perspective. Which I almost don't blame him for making all these extra touches. First touch. I kind of want to say something about this first touch. Even though I know you want to put it on goal. But there's two players guarding the net. Guarding the angle in which they can block the shot. So you might as well put it... Try and put it somewhere else. Try and put it either left or right. Right would probably be the easiest. Try and hit this corner back here. Maybe try and smack it over here. Hit this corner. Maybe. Just thought. I don't know if it would work, but essentially when you throw it like this, you just give away the possession. Luckily they get a very soft clear and forces another touch here. Probably want to go up for this instead of trying to make a flip into it, and just go up for it, like right here. Jump for this, because like this guy just poorly cleared this. He's probably like one of them just poorly cleared it, and they're probably frustrated, like, bro, let's get it out of here. So they're probably rushing to this ball. Well, you can assume they're about to hit it again. So you really got to be fast in this next touch. And I'm kind of in a position to hit the ball, but kind of not. It'd be like a stretch for me to get a good touch on this, depending on, like, see where I'm at. Yeah, this I'm already like on the side of the wall here. There's two cars hitting the ball. Two cars hitting. Yeah, I said that right. But right here, I definitely think. Let's see. Right here, you should go up for this and smack it, because I think you can hear them on the left of your headphones if you're wearing them. And if you do this, smack it, bounces back, and then someone should be mid if everyone's in decent position, and then potentially get a shot on net. Rather, we had this whole awkward thing, and he almost had it too. Almost. Man, so close. So close, you're almost there.